Hey, good morning. This is Ogles Fish Room. I want to apologize for not making any videos for a very long time, but quite frankly, not much has changed in here. So there's only a couple things that have changed. This is a scan of my entire fish room. Uh, there we go. Okay, got the little guy over here, and a couple down there. Okay. Uh, as I said, not too much has changed here. So I just didn't want to waste your time. This is a 75, so I'm trying to make this fairly quick. Uh, I did take some of the like white skirt tetras and things like that from other tanks and put them in here. Give them more room. They all seem to be pretty happy. They just got fed. There's my platinum blonde angel on the left. This is the newest one right here in the middle. I think you've seen him or her already. Then the mean one on the right, but she's not mean in this tank, only when something that's smaller. Anyway, I'm going to move over here to my, these are four of the, what brand? Oh boy, I forgot. Anyway, the column tanks. And they are 10 gallons, but they're column. I like them because the footprint is only 12 by 12 inches. It's so it doesn't take up a lot of room on a desk, but it is 20 inches high. This has got the, well, he was there a second ago. Huh. Okay. That was the red and blue crown tail, which has, since you saw him, turned completely red, which is weird, but it happens. Anyway, this is the one of the. This is a veil tail, but a very pretty one. Very very nice. You know, kind of the lower end of the price range on the Bettas. That's his tank. This is a well. Sorry, he's in the very back there. Not sure if this is a veil tail or a half moon. We'll see when he gets up here. Yeah, half moon. You can see the fullness of the tail there, and kind of the pectoral fin and the dorsal all kind of blend together. I have added my two older Cory cats passed away. This is the newest. Well, not right now. She used to be the newest. She was in the 2.5, and I put her over here when the Betta in here passed away. It is a female. She's very cute, kind of light blue and dark blue. But I added four. They were having a sale at, well, they've disappeared now. They were there a second ago. Oh, there's one. Small white Cory cats. And usually they're like $5, which is just getting out of my range here. But anyway, tomorrow or the next day might be the last of their sale. But Pet Supermarket is having a $1.99 sale, and for certain fish, and the white Cory cats are on that list. And so I got these for $2, which is fantastic. I put four of them in here, and they seem to be quite happy. Usually they swim around together, but right now he's by himself. There's the little female Betta. Okay, this is another of the column tanks. Top Fin, that's the brand name I was trying to think of. Top Fin, his buddy's in the back there. There she is. They seem quite happy in here, and I do think it's a well-scaped tank. There's plenty of room for them to swim under and around things. And the plants are doing well. Those, of course, are Anubias on the wood. That's a pretty tank. This one, believe it or not, has 16. Some are in the back there, and they hide behind there. Why they do that, I don't know. You would. They had a traumatic experience when I moved them into this tank. But you would think, since it's been a very long time, that they would have gotten over it by now. They do. Every one of them are out in the morning waiting for food, so that I am able to count them. There are 16 in here, and I have several coolie loaches in here that do a great job of cleanup on the bottom. We've got an undulata. All these are a family of crypts, the ones that are in the ground, but this particular one's referred to as an undulata. Got, of course, Nubius on the plants. This one's roots are going crazy. That one's over here. I love this tank. Wish the fish were a little more outgoing, but these are Pristella tetras. Pristella tetras. Anyway, when they're feeding, it's sure full looking. That is a 20-gallon or something close. Okay, now I have separated this. This is my 20 long. It was being the guppy tank. I ran across a Betta in the back here that I absolutely fell in love with. Did not have a space for him, but I wanted him badly, so I put this divider in the tank and separated that a little bit. He does not have half, but he doesn't need half. I don't know, it's probably 6 or 7 gallons, I would think, on his side. It is a 20-gallon tank. And there's some shrimp over there as well. But anyway, kind of rescaped this a little bit. Not much. Just kind of moved things around in order to get the divider in. But that's their side. Now, I'm trying to show you him because he is breathtaking. I literally just got him yesterday. He is just absolutely gorgeous. As I said, did not have a place for him, so I thought about him a few days. And I called, and they're very nice to me at Pet Supermarket, and they all know my name. And they were nice enough to go check. I called and said, do you still have the crown tail that's kind of got a blue body and almost yellowish fins? And they said yes. And I said, would you please hold him for about 30 minutes? I'll be right there. So I fixed up a place for him here, put the divider in, kind of moved stuff around. The plants were already here except for this one. I did move that. This is a dwarf tiger lily. This is a gorgeous plant. I wasn't expecting the leaves to be quite this big. I thought it was a dwarf. It might not be a dwarf. It might be a regular tiger lily. But anyway, absolutely gorgeous. But he was over there on that side and just crowded. So moved him over here and propped all that sand up for him to have some area for his roots, and put a piece of wood up to hold the sand back there. The wood has some anubias, very, there you can see. And as you can see, the well, maybe you can't see. Anyway, there's several leaves on the surface. I don't know if you can really get or see the coloring in him, but he's very unusual to me. Kind of an orangey, yellowy thing going on, and a yellow or white stripe down his forehead. Anyway, he's new, so that's the main reason I decided to film this morning. We're almost through. This is another new one. My black Betta that was in here passed away just a couple of days ago, and I went and saw him and thought he'd be perfect because he is just I hate to use the word just, he's a gorgeous fish, but he's a veil tail, therefore cheap. He's only $5 at Pet Supermarket, and they're actually only $3.99 at PetSmart. But they usually don't have anything quite this pretty at PetSmart. Anyway, he's lighter in color, as you can see, and with some black speckling and also some black stripes on his tail, in his tail. And I thought he would show up much better. This seems to be a dark tank. No matter where I move the lights and the lid here, it just is a dark tank. Now, frankly, for those of you that know Bettas quite well, they like dark tanks. They are from a place that's heavily, uh, got a lot of foliage and surface foliage, I should say, as well. So they're used to dark areas and they don't like bright lights. So usually you want to give them some kind of shelter. Some areas like that, kind of cavey that they can get under if they really don't like the lights. This wood in the back is covering up my sponge filter, and there's a lot of space behind there he can get if he wants to. But this tank is either putting out tannins from the wood, because I'm constantly doing water changes. Also, this Balsinaria is growing like crazy, and I think it's producing some tannins in the water as well. But as you can see, if you can see the surface here, it wraps around a bit. It is growing very well, and I like that, and he likes that. It gives a lot of coverage. Sure. Oh, there he is in the back. Okay, so he likes that tank. Where the bottom here has the zebra danios in it, and several coolie loaches that keep that tank clean. Not much has changed here. It's very planted up. This is a 20-gallon, very planted up, very got a lot of wood structure, as you can see. I really went crazy with the wood in here. I just wanted a different look. I wanted, there's a lot of little fish like emerald rasboras. I don't know if we can see any, but a lot of tiny dwarf cories. There's a different species of dwarf cory there. I don't know if you can see any in this footage, but there are emerald rasboras and sparkling gouramis there that all stay less than an inch large. So I wanted them to feel comfortable, and not there are any giant fish in here, but I still wanted them to feel like they could get away from anything that bothers them. So there's just an awful lot of wood and structure for things to be able to hide and swim around, etc. So let me back up and give you a full view of that, because it's actually a beautiful thing. Okay, last one right here. This is a new little girl too. Probably had her a week. Redid this. There she is. She is tiny. Now this is only 2.5. So I've said this before. For those that criticize me for putting a betta in here, I only put females, and when they get a little bit larger, like the blue one you saw in the very beginning, she gets to go to a bigger tank. But right now she is tiny, 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 and this 2.5 is plenty for her. As you can see, I also pride myself on trying to escape it to where there's multiple levels. As you can see here, this drops down, has rocks holding the, there, see, she can go down low, and it just, when it's different levels like this, it just makes for more interesting features for her to swim around and look at and feed off of. The sponge filter's in the back there, but I have undulata cryptocorn is the main species, or Jonah, I'm not sure, I'm sorry, forgetting my words here. Anyway, they're all in the same family, it's just different types of crypts. But we've got, I took some babies from the other tank when I was clearing that out and moving that divider in the other big tank, and so they're squished in between the rocks in different areas. The little one right behind her. They should be fantastic when that grows a little bit. We've got a little bit of Alcinari in the back corner there, with a piece of spider wood. Kind of break things up there, and I just love structure. Anyway, she does too. She seems to be very happy in here. As I said, I've had her about a week, maybe a little less. She's doing quite well. I'm going to say one last thing on the little tanks. Yes, only put in a very small fish. She's the only fish in there. There are cleaner ghost shrimp in here. I'm not sure that we saw a couple in there. There's a couple. One in the background, one in the foreground. Anyway, they do a great job cleaning any bits of food up that she's missed. But make it interesting. If you do happen to have a small tank that you're trying to do something with, make it interesting. Try to really give some different levels. Use rocks, sand, plants, wood, whatever you can. It doesn't have to be a big tank to make it pretty and comfortable for the fish. That's all I'm going to say on that. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate you watching. This is Ogles Fish Room signing off. Hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. Tomorrow is Memorial Day, and I wish you all a happy one. Take care of yourselves, and have a great one. Bye-bye.